Hey guys, welcome back. I was sitting around like, God, it's been forever since I sat down and filmed, because the mini haul that y'all watched, I filmed that like 2 weeks ago. So I knew it was time for me to sit down and film. Part of the reason why I haven't is because my hair's been freaking out a little bit. The water here is just like god awful. And my hair has just been super dry. It's been struggling a little bit, and actually I did my hair yesterday, well technically the day before yesterday, and let it air dry, and it was just a hot mess. So I'm gonna redo it, and I figured that I would come on for another wash day chronicle. So I'm gonna go ahead and start doing my hair. I'm using a combo that I've used before, my Garnier Curl Nourish Buttercream and my Mayo Organics Honey and Ginger, and I'm just gonna top the buttercream off with my TGIN Argan Replenishing Hair and Body Serum. I told y'all that I love this. I told y'all that I love all three of these, so me using these should come as no surprise. Also, I need to go get my Denman brush, and I will explain why. Okay, so I just grabbed my Denman. Y'all have never seen me use my Denman brush on this channel, but I do own one. Seems like all of a sudden everyone's just rediscovering their Denman brush. For me, it's not rediscovery. I typically don't use this because it gives me too much shrinkage. And y'all know, even though my hair is actually, like right now, it's surpassing bra strap length, it shrinks up way too much, and I look like I have no hair whatsoever. But because of the way the water has been affecting my hair, these front parts, y'all know they've never been super curly, but they've really been looking questionable these days. So I'm gonna hit my ends with the Denman brush and try not to do like the entire hair shaft and see if that works. So yeah, because these, like yesterday, my front sections were just so limp and lifeless. I used a combo that I just don't think worked well. I used my Maui Moisture Vanilla Bean Conditioner, which is amazing, by the way. It has tons of slip. It is extremely moisturizing. It has aloe vera juice in the first ingredient, and my hair loves aloe vera. But I used it with my Kinky Curly Gel, and yeah. I've never had a problem mixing things with Kinky Curly, but apparently that is one thing that on my hair, it just does not work. So if you see me eating in this video, it's because I'm actually getting ready for class. It is like 9:45. It's almost 10 o'clock right now. I have class at 11, so I figured I needed to do this anyway, so I would just come in and do it. So I will be eating and drinking throughout this video. This is the Amy's breakfast burrito, and it's really good. I got it from Whole Foods, and it's delicious, so go check those out. Y'all know I've been trying to do less meat, so Amy's has a lot of meatless options. So just go try their stuff, see if you like any of it. So yeah, I am finally settled in. My crazy ass still is not completely unpacked. I've just been so busy. But this weekend is Labor Day weekend, so I will probably have the time to go finish doing all of that, because I want to like get all my stuff in its place and get all of my posters up, because I bought a couple more that I really did not need. I got a Jimi Hendrix portrait that I saw and I fell in love with it, so I had to have it. as well as a poster of Chance the Rapper because he's my baby. I feel like he's everybody's baby. Like, I feel like at this point, Chance the Rapper is like our male equivalent of Aaliyah. Like, if anything ever happened to Chance the Rapper, I think our entire community would just be so devastated. But yeah, I love him. My brother actually put me on to Chance the Rapper. Funny how those things go, huh? So yeah, I think I've finally gotten to a point where I'm completely adjusted to being here. Except for my hair. My hair is just confused. It's hard leaving and going home for 8 months and then coming back, because it's not the same people. I mean, most of my friends are still here, but you know what I mean, like my graduating class is not here anymore. So it's not the same people, and going from not really having anything to do to having everything in the world to do is hard. I fall into that subset of annoying overachievers. I don't know if y'all can tell by my personality, but I do fall into that category, and this semester I decided that the best thing that I could do for myself was to lighten my load and start learning how to say no. I mean, I'm not one to like brag about myself, but apparently people think I'm very intelligent and they really care about what I have to say, because people typically end up asking me to do a lot of different things. That's from like internships to collaborating on events, organizations, all that. So I decided this year that I really needed to stick to just doing a few things outside of class. My advisor would not let me take more than 13 credits because she's seen the way that I've crashed and ended up in the hospital before. So she will not let me take more than 13 credits. So I'm taking 5 classes, and it's not like it's easy. The benefit to going a little bit over the minimum classes is that y'all know that I am literally tired all the time, and that gives me ample time to rest between other things that I have to do. So like today I have biostatistics and my geographic information systems class back to back. But after that I have about 3 hours before I have to go to dinner and go to my rehearsal for Sinfonietta, which is also technically a class. So that gives my body ample time to recover, which I'm very, very appreciative of. So it was smart of her to tell me, like, no, you need to calm the heck down. You don't need to jump all in and do every single thing that someone asks you to do, because I have a hard time. Like, I get so flattered by people wanting me to represent them or speak my truth for them. I get so flattered by that I feel like I can't say no, and I need to learn that, like, my health comes before all of that. That is the most, like, important thing. And if I commit to all these things, none of it is gonna matter if I just shut down midway and then I can't do anything. So doing a few things and kind of just laying off all the stuff that I was doing, it has been very beneficial to me, but that does not mean that I am not busy. I am super busy. And I actually, I was kind of struggling with my sleep. Y'all know that, well, if you watched my vlog channel, which by the time you see this, nothing on that will be public anymore, because all the vlogs are going to be here. If you've been watching that, you know that I was taking melatonin, and I stopped for a couple of months because I like to kind of purge myself off of it, because I don't want to start gaining a resistance to it, if that makes sense. And I have to start taking melatonin again. My friend actually gave me a bottle last night because I've been like working out, and I've just been doing a lot of really good things for my body, and it's like I have too much energy. So I'll get tired, I will lay down for like 30 minutes, and I'll wake up to like go to the bathroom or something, and I can't go back to sleep. So these last 2 days, I run off of altogether 8 hours of sleep in 2 days. So last night, I took some melatonin, and thank God, it got me back where I needed to be. I had a full night's sleep. I feel amazing, because I was to the point where I had the jitters. Like, I would just like try to sit still and I would just be shaky. So that was not a good thing. So I think that I have that under control, hopefully. Anytime you're like sleeping in a new place, doing new things, that's going to affect your sleep patterns, and you just have to maneuver through the best you can. This burrito is so good. I need to go back and get like 5 more. I still buy a lot of food. Our dining hall, I don't know what the hell's going on. Y'all know that I have to limit how much meat I eat. It's not that I'm completely vegetarian. It's that my body processes things better when I'm doing less meat. Just everything runs better. I feel lighter. I don't feel weighed down. And I've definitely noticed a change with my endometriosis since I have, you know, just done a little less meat. We usually have a vegetarian section in our dining hall. And lately, it's been gone. It's been covered up and replaced by giant plates of cookies. Now, they've had like vegan and vegetarian desserts, but they haven't had actual food that we can eat. And it's gotten very problematic, and I've spent most of my money on food. And that's ridiculous, because you have to get a meal plan. I shouldn't have to go outside and buy $100, $200 worth of groceries when I have a meal plan. Like, that's just ridiculous. Now, I'm going to buy things to bring for lunches, or, you know, sometimes I'm going to have to supplement some things in my diet, and that's fine. I don't mind that. But y'all, like, I've been spending my money on like whole meals, not just, you know, trying to supplement a little bit. So it's been a problem for me. My stomach is kind of confused. So little things like this burrito that are meatless, they make me very happy. So yeah, I've just been kind of struggling with that. So that's how I have been coping with being back at school. But I am enjoying it. I'm back with the environmental organization that I've been with for a while. And we've already got some big ideas for the future, so I'm hype about that. Hopefully I'll be able to show you guys some of the things that we do. I actually have some of them coming up next week. We're doing a plant sale for our school's wellness fair, and then we have an event that our school, Meredith College, does every year called Sizzle in September, and this year they're doing kind of like a street fair thing, and we are going to have a game booth there, and people will be able to win some free plants. So I'm hype about that. It should be fun. So yeah, that's how things are going with school. Things are going really well. I've had to work a little bit harder on the education angle because I've had to adjust my studies. I found out that the Lupron that I'm taking actually greatly affects your memory, and I did not realize this. And I was trying to figure out why I was having such a hard time retaining information, and that is why. It does cause a certain degree of short-term memory loss. So I've had to dedicate more of my time to studying, and I've had to completely change how I study. So if y'all eventually want me to do a video on how I study, the things that I do to keep my memory jogged, and to do my best to achieve good grades in my classes, I would totally do a video on that. I know that especially for people that are dealing with illnesses, chronic pain, memory is a really difficult thing to deal with, because if you sleep all the time or you're in pain all the time, it's easy to forget stuff. It just is. So that's school so far. Nothing too crazy, just enjoying life, having fun, and trying to be as studious as possible. I also wanted to talk to you guys. I usually don't like to talk about stuff like this. Well, not stuff like this, but when it comes to other YouTubers, especially when they're really popular, because this is not a drama channel, but I've reached a point where I feel like it's a discussion that needs to be had when it comes to specifically our Black YouTubers, especially in the beauty community. And I'm not going to lie, this is heavily related to the Glam Twins. I'm sure most of y'all watch them. I mean, let's be real. I'm always watching their channel, and it's partly because, I mean, they have decent tips. I'm not gonna lie, I feel like while they are beautiful women, they are not as knowledgeable as they sound. They're very good at talking, and they're very good at sounding like they know what they're talking about, but if you just listen to a lot of the things they say closely, a lot of the times, especially when it comes to like healthy eating and just like basic knowledge of certain things, they don't really know what they're talking about. And I mean, that's fine. The issue that I have is that people don't take the things that other YouTubers say with a grain of salt, and I can see, like, I'm sure some of the advice that they have given, some people have like ended up with the runs, because just, you know, if you watch their vlogs especially, you know what I'm talking about. But I'm sure y'all have seen the vlog that they did with, they went to, I think it was New York, for a master class, to see Mario do Kim's makeup. Mario is a highly talked about and highly esteemed makeup artist, you know, within the community. Most of us know who he is, and we know who he is because he has done Kim Kardashian's makeup. And they got a lot of flack for being so supportive of Kim. It really wasn't just about that video. They show a lot of support and dedication to the Kardashian Jenner clan. That's what I call them. If you don't like it, that's okay, but I call them the Kardashian Jenner clan. They show a lot of support to those women. They buy their jeans, they buy their makeup, they watch their shows. Anything Kardashian Jenner, they are all about. And, you know, some of the comments that I saw were really unnecessary. I will give them that. I don't like to use the C word, as in coon. I don't like to use that word unless it's completely warranted. And I don't think they're coons, but I do think that they are very ignorant. And I think they need to step back and educate themselves. I've been in conversations under their comments before. Actually, Kelsey was making a comment about how someone had left a comment under one of their videos that they would like to eat and live a healthier lifestyle the way that the twins do, but they're too poor. Poor is the exact word that they used. And she basically said, there are no excuses. If you want to be healthy, you just have to do it. And we were in college once, and we didn't always have a ton of money and just go to Walmart. And first of all, I don't appreciate people who are in college that aren't poor calling themselves poor. Just because you're in college and you're struggling with your money, that you're broke, you're not poor. That would be like me saying that I'm poor. And that's just wrong. And it's unfair to those who are actually living in severe poverty. But I made a comment under one of their videos that, you know, I always thought that it was a no excuses thing until I moved to Raleigh and I found Walmart especially, but other grocery stores that didn't have any fresh food, didn't have any real groceries. And the transit system here has been so poor. It's getting better, but it has been so poor in the past that you would need to take 6 to 7 hours out of your day to do a Walmart trip. That's a work shift for most of us. And someone made the comment that they wish they would educate themselves a little bit more on these things before they make big statements. And someone else got mad because that person said that they wish that they would educate themselves. And they're totally right. Saying that someone needs to educate themselves is not always a negative thing. Sometimes we all need a little help in that department. We are all not completely knowledgeable about everything. And I think that that person was completely correct. That was something that she needed to educate herself on. And I made the point to say, like, you know, when it comes to that, I remember my parents came from very humble beginnings. They definitely were not middle class. And my parents were really upset with me for spending so much money on food until I showed them the food situation here, and they were in shock because even though, you know, they may not have always had money, they may have been poor, but there was always access to fresh food. And that's not the case sometimes. Sometimes it's just not. And some people just really need to understand that is not life for everybody. You know what I mean? So that's one instance where I've really felt like they need to educate themselves. But I have, even when they have just been the most annoying things on the planet, because they can be very passive aggressive, I still support them because I feel like it is important for us to support each other. It's important for brown people to support each other. And it's getting to the point where I'm having a hard time supporting two black women that don't support their own communities. And some people feel like, oh, well, they're so busy and they do so much stuff. And honestly, like, I've never seen them do any community work unless they were being paid for an event, being asked to do an event, or it was something that they were doing per a trip, such as the Curls event. They are not really doing anything for the community, and I think in the past it didn't really matter that much, but we have gotten to a point in, you know, just this world that it is time for us to start expecting more from the people in our communities that have large platforms. It's time. And there's nothing wrong with expecting more. I understand that some people don't want to talk about those issues. They want their platforms to be a space where you can escape. And I completely understand that. I completely do. But when you have a situation like that where you have so many people saying, like, I'm really disappointed that y'all support these women so hard and you don't support your black women enough. And then you get online and say, oh, well, we were raised not to see color. That's a slap in the face, because that's the same bullshit we hear from every white person that tries to, you know, dodge. And at the end of the day, when you say things like that, you are making yourself complicit to the behavior. That's the problem. And if y'all don't know, Kim has come out in support of Jeffree Star, and she did make an apology, which I don't really accept. And essentially told us to get over racism. And which is funny because, you know, you have a black husband and your children are black. And at the end of the day, regardless of whether you're a Kardashian or not, people are going to see your kids as black. That's the first thing they're going to see. So it was ignorant on her part, but it also makes her complicit in the behavior. I don't talk about Jeffree Star on my channel because I just don't want his name to be associated with my channel. But I do have a lot of issues with Jeffree. Racism is never okay, and if he were showing that he were making better efforts to not be messy, to not be mean, to not be rude, I might give him a chance, because he did issue an apology, and it was the biggest bullshit apology I've ever seen. Oh, I was struggling in my life, so I said shitty things about people. Yeah, I don't accept that. Black people struggle. We are hurt. We are bullied every single day, and we still don't say things about throwing battery acid on another person of color to lighten their skin tone. You know what I mean? Like, it's just, it's not acceptable. And I mean, if you want to buy into that apology, go ahead, but I don't think that's the smartest thing to do. So, let's see. That's so much better. Y'all, like, my hair in the front has just been sad. So I'm going to have a lot more shrinkage, but that's okay, because my hair needs Jesus. But yeah, I wanted to talk about that because, first of all, the comments made in retaliation to the comments that were underneath that video, the comments were disabled, so it's not like you can go back and look, were, to me, very classless, and very ignorant. It just is. And she came back to say, oh, well, I mean, I don't see color and that I don't judge people by their race. This isn't about judging Kim Kardashian about her race. It's not about her being white. Black people support white people all the time. It has nothing to do with her being white. It has everything to do with what she said about racism. And at the end of the day, as soon as you make yourself complicit in racism, I'm not going to support you. Until you find a way to redeem yourself from that, I'm not going to support you, point blank, period. And also, like, for them to consistently support women who consistently steal. I'm not even talking about cultural appropriation. I'm talking about literally taking the creative ideas from black women. For them to still be supporting people that do that, yeah, that's not a good look. And I'm tired. And, you know, I made a comment to someone, because we were talking about the situation under the comments of another video. And I said, I think the reality is that I have realized, especially as starting a channel and putting myself out into the world of YouTube, that I am not impressed with people that make it and become complacent. And that's what they have done. They are completely complacent. They're full of themselves. Does that mean that I don't like them? No. I still like them. And I will probably continue to like them. But they have become very complacent. A lot of people say, oh, well, they're so humble. And I don't think they do a very good job of showing that, to be honest. I don't see where they are such humble human beings. I really don't. And that's just my opinion. You don't have to agree with me. If me saying that upsets you, I'm sorry, but I just had to be honest, because at the end of the day, their YouTube fame, their money, them low cars they got, that could all go away. And to say that you don't see color, when you have thousands of women buying your book and going to your book tour, you have thousands of black women showing up for you. I'm sorry, y'all. Like, that really bothers me. It really does. Y'all might say it's not that big of a deal, but at this point, with where we are, we have Nazis walking the street. I went to the Chinese place across the street from my school the other day, and there was a skinhead sitting there looking at me and my friend like he would love to just dump some gasoline on us and throw a match. It was terrifying. Living in this time that we are, it's time to either put up or shut up. So many people say, if I lived back then in Nazi Germany, I wouldn't have let that happen. But a lot of y'all are being silent. And the thing is, you don't have to be out in the streets rallying to make a difference, to make a change. So I wanted to talk to you guys about some of the things that I want to do as my channel grows. And yeah, I'll definitely need more views. But one thing that I would love to do is maybe each month take the video that has the most views from that month, slash the AdSense revenue in half, and donate it to a charity of our choice. So actually talk to you guys, the viewers, and we pick a charity. I want to donate to a lot of charities that focus on our people, give back to the youth in our communities, maybe some charities that specifically relate to African American women. That is something that I would love to do, and I will need your support to make those things happen. I want this channel to not just to be about hair and makeup. I want it to make a difference. I want to use my platform to talk about important things. That's part of the reason why I've been really doing good research to do these black-owned business highlight videos, because it's time for us to put our money where our mouth is. We need to start supporting our black-owned businesses, and I want to make sure that you guys have all the information that you need to make good, smart, informed decisions, and so that y'all can figure out who you want to buy from. I think my next one is going to be on Eden Body Works, because the CEO and founder of Eden Body Works is just so impressive. Another amazing black woman. So I just have a lot of ideas. I have a lot of things that I want to do. I want to teach, and I want to use my platform for good things. Does that mean that I'm going to be political on here all the time? No, I'm not. I still want y'all to have a place to come to where you don't have to think about the horrible things that are going on. I want y'all to be able to come on here and relax and just hang out like girlfriends. But at the same time, we're still going to be woke. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not going to allow my viewership to stray from the wokeness. We're going to stay woke over here. And that's just what I wanted to say on that issue, is that, will I continue to support them? Probably. I will, even though I do have some fundamental issues with them. and they continue to give me reasons not to support them. And I might stop watching for a while, just to give myself a break. I may need to stop watching and come back. But I just wanted to let y'all know, like, we see black women with nice hair and a pretty face, and we just let them do whatever. And it's time to stop that. It's time to expect more from ourselves. And that's not a difficult thing to ask. It's not a difficult thing to say, hey, can you support black businesses more? It's not a difficult thing to do. All you gotta do is research and buy the shit. Like, it's not hard, and they have no excuse. If they have the money to buy YSL and Gucci bags, they have the money to support their own. So there is no excuse. And y'all really need to stop making excuses for black women that act like this. You really do. It's just, you need to burn the cape, because they ain't caping for you. They're caping for themselves. They're caping for their pockets. And I don't care how adorable they are. And I take up for them all the time in the comments. I'm one of those people that's like, look, that's not really fair. Like, y'all need to chill. But at the same time, like I said, we're at a place in this country specifically where it's time to put up or shut up. And if they can't make a greater effort to support people that look like them, y'all need to stop making such an effort to ride hard for these people. I'm sorry, you do. It's not okay. And it's not fair to the people that have dedicated their time and their money to them. People have gone out and spent a shit ton of money because Glam Twins said, oh, this is a great product, or y'all need to buy our book. Y'all, we can't keep doing this. We can't keep allowing this because someone is pretty or they have really nice hair. And that's one thing, like, I don't want to just be the girl with the nice hair. You know what I mean? I don't want to be the girl with the pretty face or the nice hair. And that's something that I've always been. I have way more to offer. And to be honest, I do too much in the academic world and the world of advocacy to just be the girl, you know, with the nice hair, or, you know. And also I want to make sure that I am someone here that is actually knowledgeable. I can't stand that we have YouTubers out here that tell y'all to do things. They give you all this information, and a lot of you guys don't fact check. You don't. Let's just be honest. Because you're watching a video, you're enjoying yourself, you're not fact checking. A lot of these YouTubers aren't giving facts, and y'all need to be smart about that, especially when it comes to like healthy eating practices. There are some things out here that y'all don't need to be eating that much. Like, I had this conversation with my friend. Kombucha. Y'all don't need to be drinking that stuff like that. I drink it, I enjoy it, it's tasty, but it is also fermented, and you can cause a lot of problems if you are drinking that stuff all the time. That's just the reality, and people watch these YouTubers who drink this stuff and they tell them, oh, it's so healthy and blah blah blah. It can have a lot of benefits, and yes, it can be part of having a healthier lifestyle, but not if you're drinking it every day, you know. So just please be smart, and start being conscious about the people that you watch. And like I said, you don't have to talk about politics all the time to be woke. You don't have to talk about politics all the time to care about your people. It's just in the things that you do. And I'm going to make a very big effort to make sure that I remain conscious, that I remain woke, and that I am always bringing you guys correct and sound information. But also, as my platform grows, I don't plan on making this something where this is my only source of income. And because of that, I want the money that I make to, yes, put back into the channel, because it's not like I have a ton of money to blow, but also to go back into our communities. I think that's the least that I could do for y'all, because when my people support me, I want to give back. And I finally found an outlet that I can do that. I can get support and I can give support back. And that's what it's about. It's not about being the most glamorous. It's not about being the prettiest. It's not about having the most things. It's not about all these hair products. Like, all these hair products can go away and racism will still be here. We'll still be struggling. We'll still have all of these issues. And that's not what this is about. These are the things that we should be enjoying in our free time. But I want to make sure that while we are enjoying these things, we are putting back into our communities, loving our communities, and building each other up. So if you have any ideas, things that you would love to see me do, maybe some vlogs working with some organizations, or talking to some people, let me know. I want to keep y'all informed. So I need to go and put on some real clothes so I can go to class. But yeah, I just wanted to talk to you guys about that. Let me know how you feel about this whole situation in the comments. Like I said, nothing against the twins. I still have a soft spot for them, but I also have a bigger soft spot for the brown people that watch me and support me. And I want to make sure that I'm giving back to you guys. That's what comes first. So yeah. It was so good being back on camera, seriously, again. I will have some more videos coming, some first impressions, some drugstore alternatives to pricier hair products. So, thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like, comment. Of course, I would love for you to subscribe. And I will see you in the next video. Bye.